What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey 672 coming to you guys with a video right now. So the Eagles have made a few roster moves. I did not get to make this video today. And on a side note, my Ravens-Eagles preview video will probably be out tomorrow. I know Tuesday is usually the day I do put it out, but tomorrow will be that day. So got some news about the roster changes and some things and some exciting things and some bad things and however you want to put it, because I got some mixed feelings about what we've done today. But I think in the long run, I think it'll make us a better football team. So let's get straight to the news. So the Philadelphia Eagles have made some roster moves this morning. There's probably one specific move we do have to talk about, and that is safety Will Parks has been activated to the 21 practice window. Same thing what happened to Quez Watkins. He's got the 21 practice window. He is not on the active roster yet, so he's still on injured reserve, but he's practicing. He looks healthy. He looks good, okay? Now, when we signed Will Parks in free agency, I was very happy about this move. I thought it was one of the most underrated signings that the Eagles did have. Okay, he spent 4 years in Denver. He was pretty much that moving piece, that Malcolm Jenkins piece over in Denver. Played free safety, strong safety, outside linebacker, outside, inside corner, you name it. He's pretty much played every position besides the defensive line, but he has blitzed on the edge a good amount of times in Denver too. Now, he signed here to a one-year deal. He was supposed to be that moving piece for our defense. Obviously, our linebackers right now cannot see where the ball is half the time, so that's where I kind of have to relax, because you know what? We've been dealing with this the past pretty much since the beginning of the season, okay? Nathan Gary isn't going to cut it. Duke Riley isn't going to cut it. TJ Edwards, good against the run, but isn't going to cut it. We haven't even put Sean Bradley. We put Sean Bradley on the field at goal line or a few times. I think he had 2 snaps in this last game and made 2 tackles, one at the line of scrimmage and one behind the line of scrimmage. So Sean Bradley actually had 2 snaps that I did find out about. Okay, Davion Taylor, our third-round pick, has not even hit the field yet. So if our linebackers are playing this bad, why not even just throw these other guys in? You know, a guy that you did draft in the 3rd round that could probably become a very good role player and is a very physical player. So I don't really know. But Will Parks has a swag to him, hungry, and he's been tweeting a lot with all these Eagles games. He hasn't been ignoring the fans. He's been very excited to come back, and you know what? We need this guy on the field. Obviously, at the safety position, he's not going to go back to safety. He's going to move around the field and be that moving piece for coverage on the inside. I think this is going to be a good move. This is going to pretty much take out a linebacker. You put Will Parks in that position, and he can cover, okay? He's not the most perfect guy. You know, it's like every other player in the league. You win some, you lose some, but Will Parks plays with a lot of fire in his eyes and is ready to compete and ready to do the job. So I can't wait for Will Parks to come back. Now, we don't know if it's this week, next week. It might not be this week against the Ravens, guys. For all that God should put on me right now, we need as much players back as possible for this game. And we're home, and there's actually going to be fans there. So it's pretty exciting to have Will Parks come back. It's going to really help this defense out a lot. And it's going to put Will Parks in the middle of the field, and they're definitely going to use him in the middle of the field on some matchups and, you know, keep him there, because these linebackers cannot get it done, and the Eagles don't want to put in the guys that we really want to put in there. So that's Will Parks for you. There's some other news. Defensive end Casey Toolhill has been released by the Philadelphia Eagles. So most likely, because he's injured right now, I think Vinnie Curry is coming back from IR, which is a really good sign, guys. Vinnie Curry is another added piece to this defensive line. It was a shame in the first couple weeks of the season he did get injured. And Vinnie Curry's always played well on this team. He went to Tampa for 1 year. He came back here. He always plays well on this team. And you know what? His numbers aren't there, but his pressures, his hurries, getting to the quarterback is what he's good at. So I think Vinnie Curry is one of the most prestige guys that we do have on the field that actually puts in production. So getting Vinnie Curry back might take a couple games for him to be back to normal, but I'm glad that, you know, he will be off IR soon, not right now. So with Casey Toolhill being waived, he goes on waivers. He might end up back on the practice squad for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Safety Greyland Arnold has been waived by the Philadelphia Eagles. He will go through waivers. So I'm expecting a couple guys to be coming back this week. If that's the case, Casey Toohill gets waived, and Greyland Arnold is going through waivers as well. I think he came into the game last game. I think he played with the 49ers game. I think he came in for the Steelers game. He made a couple tackles. He helps some guys get some tackles. I think maybe 2 or 3 tackles. Nothing crazy, but Greyland Arnold is another player that, in Baylor played corner his first year and then kind of played free safety the rest of his years in college. So the Eagles ended up, picking him up, during the offseason because he had a knack for getting to the football, good football IQ, always gets his hands on the football, just always around the football, has good instincts getting to the football. So there's a lot going on with that. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much your moves. So the Eagles waived 2 players in Casey Toohill, waive another player in Greyland Arnold, he was on the active roster. So I'm expecting at least 1 to 2 players to come back this week. I don't know who it's going to be. We haven't heard much about Jalen Reagor and the thumb injury, what's going on there. But if Will Parks does come back, it's going to be a huge, huge, huge upgrade. Now, the next step to all this is if Will Parks does come back this week, is Jim Schwartz going to use him the right way? That's the next step to this whole thing, because I know a lot of Eagles fans right now want Jim Schwartz's head for what he's done so far, as well as me right now, because, if one player is struggling every single game and is continuing to do so on a regular basis, you figured, you got to bench the guy, not act like he's thinking he's playing more because he's playing better, because he's not playing better. He's playing worse than he is every single week. And now teams have a blueprint on our linebacker core and have a blueprint on Nathan Gary that you put a fast receiver on the inside, easy touchdown, easy bacon, and that's pretty much it. So I'm excited for Will Parks to come back. I hope that, Will Parks could actually be a moving piece for the Philadelphia Eagles in the future. I've had some big thoughts about this. Will Parks, he ends up doing some good things this year, comes back and without getting injured again, and does some good things. I'm very high on giving him another contract, maybe another 1 year to 2 year deal or something like that. Something cheap, obviously, because I do think he wants to be here. He's embraced being here, and we need a lot of help. The secondary really needs help. I'm not really worried about Darius Slade too much, but Jalen Mills hasn't been playing well. You know what I mean? Jalen Mills has not playing well the past 2 weeks at cornerback. Not really, not that well. It actually got worse against the Steelers. You know what I mean? I think safety, he actually has played better. I've seen a big difference from that. But if our pass rush is not there, we could still cover, but Avonte Maddox is a little bit of a loss right now, and Jalen Mills is trying to hold his spot right now at the corner position. So I'm not really a big fan of it right now, but we're just going to have to see what the lineup is this weekend and just see what happens. Fans are allowed at the stadium. I think it's 15%. I don't know if they increased it or not, but getting word on maybe getting some tickets for this game Sunday. I don't know. Might go to this game Sunday, might go to the Giants game. I don't know yet, but I'm still figuring out right now. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So Will Parks, 21-day practice window, not on active roster yet, but could be this week. You have Vinnie Curry that might be coming back this week. Casey Toohill and Greyland Arnold have been waived by the Eagles. Hopefully both of them will come back to practice squad so we don't have to worry about it. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for all the moves that have happened today, and I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up, Flyers fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.